What is up, everybody? Welcome to Perspective Gaming. I'm your host, Flame078, logging in from the real world to give you perspective. This time around, I wanted to do a first impressions videos on Realm Royale. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So Realm Royale is made by Hi-Rez Studios, and this is the studio that brought you Paladins, the free-to-play hero shooter. And they follow suit in terms of bringing that hero mentality into Battle Royale. Because other than that, the formula stays the same. 100 people jump onto the map, last man standing. So the heroes you can pick from are Warrior, Hunter, Assassin, Engineer, and Mage. These heroes come with movement abilities, class abilities, and perks that are different for each class. I'm going to touch about that in a bit. The game also drops the idea of ammo, so once you pick up a gun, you have the ammo and you can just start shooting willy-nilly. You can also pick up armor and potions from chests around the map. Potions can be used to heal your health and armor. Along with that, there are some tweaks to the circle and the dropping formula. There's no parachute, so unlike Fortnite and Battlegrounds where you can fiddle your way to getting to the other side of the map and be safe, you really can't do that here in Realm Royale. Once you drop, there's only a certain distance you can go before you touch the ground. And from my experience, no matter where you go, you're going to at least land with a couple people, so you're always going to have a first encounter fight. The last bit of divergent game mechanic that is added into this game is the idea of forging. While looting, you can convert your items to shards, and then from those shards you can go to a forge that are laid across the map to make weapons, armor, class abilities, and potions. While doing so, you kind of set yourself up to be a target because it takes around, depending on what you're making, about a minute to make. And then that also informs everyone around that someone's using the forge, so you're basically camping until those items are done. Now going back to the heroes, like I said, they each get their own abilities and certain perks. The warrior gets HP perk, the engineer gets armor perk, the assassin gets movement perks, the mage gets potion perks, and the hunter gets weapon perks. Along with that, each of the classes' movement abilities is very different, which is good because it can allow you to have different playstyles for a class. Warriors lunge at you, engineers jump straight up, mages can fly, assassins teleport, and hunters do like a roll move. All this leads to being able to play kind of how you like, but also varies the game style in terms of on how you can fight your opponents depending on what kind of skills they have. Overall, I think the game is really fun and I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. Very casual to get into, and I think that's the point. They're leaning towards the Fortnite crowd in terms of trying to please everyone than trying to stick to very strict gun mechanics. It's really fun, and if you're familiar with hero shooters, it kind of fits right in, and I was surprised how well the hero thing works. The game for the most part is pretty stable. I've only experienced minor lag here and there, and only once did some of my teammates just lag out of the game. Some of my concerns though are about monetization and the feeling that some of the hero classes are kind of broken. So for monetization, I see in the menu that they have a battle pass that is grayed out, which makes me excited because in my last video I praised Fortnite about its monetization system, and I think Hi-Rez is taking note. So if this game is going to take a similar approach, I personally wouldn't feel too bad about that, and I think it's a very good model to emulate. I didn't really touch upon it, but the chicken mechanic after you die is hilarious, but also changes things in a way that I think are for the better. Some people get very frustrated with the idea that one life and that's it, but with the chicken mechanic, you essentially are a chicken for 30 seconds, and if you manage to not get killed again, then you'll get back into the game. You can do this up to 3 times, which this is a nice balance between the one life system and the spawning, and also is a little bit better than waiting to get revived in the other games, because in theory you can possibly survive and respawn on your own without any help. Though I do have to say I'm not sure how this is going to work in solo because solo is not available, so I'm not sure if this mechanic is going to be in solo. Like I mentioned, I think the heroes may be a bit unbalanced. By playing all of them, I know which ones I lean to. I like faster paced hero characters, so the assassin and my hunter have been my go-to. And it seems from my talks with my friends and people I played with online that the hero and engineer seem kind of broken. Especially their movement abilities. They can kind of seem very OP in terms of being able to dodge almost anything. Though this can be rectified by tweaks down the line, so I'm not too concerned about that, but I do get the feeling that some classes are superior than to others. Overall, I think the game is very fun and I'm excited where it's going to go, and I think I'm going to stick around and play this game more. Well, that is it for this video. Let me know what you think about Realm Royale. Let's start a conversation and give ourselves perspective. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and if you like the content here, please consider hitting the subscribe button with notifications turned on. I'm trying to reach my goal of 50 subs by the end of the month, so spreading the word will help me immensely, so I will greatly appreciate it if you would join me on this journey. This is Perspective Gaming. I'm your host Flame078, logging off for now. Until next time, adios.